Welcome back to this Mainframe QuickStart tutorial series. This is the fourth and final video that we're going to run through. We're going to talk about some regression packs and chaining some of these tests together for our mainframe. So what we did previously is we ended up with a model that looks something a little bit like this. A well sort of thought through login process that allows us to test valid and invalid combinations, so that's great. What I've also done is started to build out a few simple models in regards to different bits of functionality within our mainframe. So we've got a messaging system, we've got that allows us to go and review internal mails, emails, that sort of stuff. We've got a profile screen, and in here we're just doing some text assertion just to check that we're able to access that screen and then it returns the results that we're looking for. And we've also got the ability to just essentially test our mainframe connection and make sure that it opens every time. So again, we're just checking that we've got some text that's present in this instance, this intersession that we're looking for. But rather than coming in and running these all individually, we're going to build a model, which I'm going to call My Mainframe end-to-end. And it's my suite in this case, and we'll just go and create that model. And what we're going to do is we're going to use some subflows to essentially chain all of our different tests together, and you can decide on the order, but for me, of course, we need to log in first. So I'm going to go to my examples folder, I'm going to find my full login. I'm also going to then add in my examples. So we've got here, let's go with prof. So our profile first, drag. So got our open. So this is just opening to check our connection. And then the final piece, which is going to be our messaging system, like so. So one of these flows is what I would consider sort of fully modeled out, which is our full login. But what we can do is by tying these up, so all of these you need to be logged in for, so we're going to make sure that we've got a successful login, like so, and then we'll just connect these to the end, like that. Give this a little relayout so it looks a bit nicer. You can expand all of these so we can go and see the logic that exists inside them, like so. So we can sort of get an understanding for what we're doing here. Now the MMS is the only one which has some more functionality in my mainframe that I might want to model out, so I can go and view different screens, etc., etc. But for the moment, we're going to keep this reasonably straightforward. We're going to generate our tests. In this case, there should just be 3. And if we come in and have a look at these 3 tests, we can see that we're just running through each of these different scenarios. But what I actually want to do is when I come in and click run for my automation code, is I'm actually going to publish these into a regression suite. So we will call this one our mainframe regression, like so. Give it a save and execute. And what this will do is it will run that automation for us. So it will go and check that these tests pass or fail, depending on what we've done. But what it will also do is it will store a regression pack that we can run anytime from within Test Modeler, the dashboard itself. So rather than having to come into models and execute them individually, you can save them as regression packs or individual models that you just want to go and execute at any time. So we'll let this job finish. It's going to run through a few different bits of automation now. So that finished quite timely, so that's good. If we now come into Test Modeler, we will see under the test section, firstly, we can see the tests that we are running. So this is our mainframe end-to-end, and we can come in and have a look at these tests and so on and so forth. So we're into different screens and checking the intersession, for example, the one that I mentioned earlier. So that's all great. So that's passed for me. But what I've also got at the top, if I come into my tests, is some test plans. And in this case, I've got my mainframe regression. So if I click on that, it's going to give me the details of the tests that we're running, the results that we've already executed if we want to. But of course, we can just come in and run these directly from here. So I'll kick off a job to go and run those particular tests for you. That's just an API call. You can embed that into CI/CD pipeline if you want to. You can use it obviously in whatever framework you want. But really, it's just about simplifying the fact that now you've got a model-based solution that's able to wrap up lots of tests and go and test your mainframe nice, quickly, and efficiently.